For a lot of young people, they don't have anyone that's been through sort of similar situations to them, and they can sometimes feel very abnormal and perhaps think that they're doing it wrong.
We got connected with CHUMS through another family member who told us about it when we lost my father. And I've got 2 children, and they were really close to my father. So I realised my eldest son really needed some help.
I came to CHUMS when my mum thought that I wasn't dealing with sort of my loss in a constructive way, and she heard about CHUMS, sort of like the work that they do, so I thought I'd give it a go.
Schools are really busy places and they're not always cut out or got the people or the staff or the training or expertise to really support young people.
My daughter had problems. She was suffering when my brother, her granddad and 2 aunties died quite close together. Had problems getting her to school, and eventually the school suggested CHUMS.
One of the great things about the workshops we do is getting children together who've sort of had similar experiences, so that they can sort of realise actually they're normal and the things that they're experiencing is, you know, that's the way it is for a lot of people.
And so I've had a teenager that's gone through CHUMS, I've had one that's going into teenage, and then I've got my youngest son who has the problems at school. And actually it's been a lifeline for all of us in various different ways.
I thought I dealt with all the issues that I'd been dealing with, when really, like, I was quite depressed at times, and I got angry at times and things. And when I got to CHUMS, it was like I met all these other people who'd been through the similar things, and it really, really helped. Just like meeting them and seeing that actually I wasn't alone in feeling the way I did. I thought it was going to be like lying on the leather couch, sort of, like really, really formal and quite scary. But like within seconds, like someone's there to greet you, just make you feel really like accepted.
We try and mirror the programme that the children do with the adults.
I thought it was just for the children, but it turns out it was for all of us, and it did help us a lot. Really, really did help us.
When they're making a memory jar, or they're throwing clay or lighting a candle, they're doing it for themselves in their grief. But it gives them an insight into how it is for the children as well.
I think when somebody dies, it completely shatters your world, and parents often struggle really. They lose confidence and the belief that they can be the parent their children need because they don't feel the same.
They're so clever in the way that they get you to express how you feel through what you're doing creatively.
The storyboards, you lay out how things were before you lost someone, sort of during it, after, how you coped with it.
I think often they're sort of told how it was by parents or by carers, for them to actually be able to say this is how it was for me, and get all that sort of confusion that's in the head onto a bit of paper and be able to tell the story can be really helpful.
People are then able to talk to us and say, how do you feel? And they can relate to us through what we've put down on the storyboard.
Because we talk about what we've done at CHUMS, it puts you on a similar level, so you understand where each other's coming from.
People say they understand how you're feeling, but then they don't, and it's like they won't know until they experience it themselves. And it's like people sit there and say, oh, I know how you're feeling if you ever need to talk, but then they're the sort of people that if you go to talk to, they won't understand. They'll be like, I don't know what to say. And then when you come here and everyone has gone through the same thing, it's like you know you can talk to them because everything they say or you say, they've felt as well.
I got involved with CHUMS because I was a mentor in a school, and I just so happened to be working with a 12-year-old that had experienced his dad dying, and he was primary carer for his dad. That kid didn't get the support he needed, and so his behaviour deteriorated really quickly, and I honestly didn't, as a mentor in a school, didn't know how to support him, so I actually came on the CHUMS training primarily because I was supporting this kid, and the training that CHUMS offered was fantastic, and I felt really equipped after that. And as a result, I got sucked in by the stories that I heard about young people, you know, losing people that are so close to them.
Coming to CHUMS, I found support, I found friends, lots of friends.
Well, the first 9 months especially was intense with how he was feeling, and he was so angry. But yeah, he definitely has turned the corner now.
Time and time again, CHUMS sees families and young people say that CHUMS has been really significant in their journey, it's really significant in their grieving process.
You know, they came just at the right time, and I don't think we would be where we're at without them.
I think it's amazing to see them grow and then them change and get to a point in their life where they can cope with what they've gone through.
So I think it's definitely helped me to cope in better ways, and other than continually going downhill.
We can perhaps only help with that one little part, but there's a kind of ripple effect that goes out, I think.
And every time we come back to do something with CHUMS, children, like me, especially my boy, he comes out a different person.
I don't think that I'd be half as strong as I was today if it weren't for CHUMS.
I think it's a fantastic service. Truly, I know that our passion is to kind of reach out to children and say, you know, it's tough, but it won't necessarily always be this bad, and perhaps give them some hope for the future.